Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 3 of how Hatsune Miku has impacted my life. So, I was thinking when I was making the other one, did I actually eat breakfast? I slept like crap last night, and I don't have my good coffee. I brought that to work because I was working 7 to 1, and I need the coffee there. And I went in the kitchen. It's like, okay, I got the bowl of cereal out. I got the bowl. Didn't pour the milk in it. And turns out we don't have milk, so I'm just eating a bowl of dry cereal. But yeah, I slept like crap, so that's why I look like the way I look. But let's finish this up here.
See the thing they're obsessed with or their addiction or whatever they're attached to, and people just right away, like 3 seconds flat, they just start judging. And I'm like, what the heck is wrong with these people? Like, why are you judging the person? Like, when I
Some
watch that
people
show,
are
like
just
Annihilation
judgmental
Addiction
people.
or 600 Pound Life, I don't judge the person. I usually think like, okay, there was always going to be something that either traumatic, like something traumatic happened to them, or they didn't have a good childhood. There's always something that sets that off. Like they don't
There
just wake
is.
up and like, oh, I'm just gonna be attached to this
And it
item.
usually
No,
always starts from the
usually there's
home.
always a traumatic like past childhood experience that makes them cope with something in the first place. Whether it be like they didn't get enough attention from their parents, they were sexually abused, they were made fun of, something happened to them at work or something like.
Well, also, a lot of it has to do also with this modern age. Parents can't discipline their children. When I acted up, my dad would get the belt and just kind of do that snap thing, and just that sound was enough to scare me straight. So, yeah, discipline at home is very, very important. And that's how you raise a good child is discipline. You punish them when they do something bad. You reward them when they do something good. Simple as that. Parenting.
You gotta think like there's always like an emotional trauma experience that causes the person to get attached to this item or eating habit or whatever they are addicted to. And that's kind of like with me and why I'm so obsessed with Hatsune Miku because again, when this whole Kiyomi thing happened, it was devastating to me and it still haunts me to this day. It's something I'm never going to get over. I really don't like it. It's just I can't escape it. Even though I have accepted it and I did get the truth from the person, it's just something I'm never gonna forget, and it's gonna. I have major PTSD from it, and it's just something I have to deal with, and it sucks. But when I went through that depression in my life, that's what I coped with was Vocaloid and Hatsune Miku. So try to understand a little bit, people, when you see someone addicted to something or they have an eating habit. Don't say they're fat, don't say they're stupid, don't say they're cringy, don't say they're retarded. Think first before you speak because there's always
That
going
is
to be a
very
reason
true.
why that person is
Everybody
doing
has a
wrong.
different coping method.
Don't
Mine is
judge.
food,
It's so
and
annoying. I
that's
don't
why
know
I'm
why
so
people
chubby.
don't.
And I ain't afraid to say, you call me
You know.
fat, I say, yeah,
So
I'm a
that's kind of
fat
how Hatsune
bastard.
Miku kind of helped me
Try
cope with my
something
depression
else.
because
What I
she
do to
really
help
is
cope
the one
with
thing that
a
keeps
lot of
me
the
going
bullying
with.
and the
Like
fat
there,
shaming I got was I just looked in the mirror, made a bunch of funny faces, jiggled my fat around, like, I'm a fat man. And I made fun of myself, so that way theirs just didn't seem as horrible. I made fun of myself, I made fun of all my flaws because no matter what, that's who I am. My flaws are me. Nobody is perfect, and the people that try to say they're perfect, well, that right there's a flaw. Because perfection does not exist. Perfection is in the eye of the beholder. And for you to stand there and say, I'm better than you, no, you're really not. Because how are you better? I mean, you got a better job? Well, good for you. You got lucky. A lot of people ain't lucky. The way I see life is like a game of poker. You draw your cards, you could have a good card and win the game. And you could draw nothing but good cards. Or you're like me and you draw shit cards every single time and lose every single time. But every now and then you get one good card and win one good hand or one good game every now and then. And mostly a lot of people just get dealt shit cards. So don't say you're better than somebody because they got a better job. They could have been screwed over like me. I got screwed over with my bachelor's degree. They told me I could get a good job None of the jobs for my degree are actually here in Missouri. They are in California, they're in New Mexico, they're in Arizona, Florida, Washington, and I think North Carolina. I saw a lot of them. But in Missouri, they want people with 4 to 5 to even 10 years of experience and have worked for major graphic design companies. That was never once mentioned. And there was no internships. They actually got rid of the internship program with my degree because they were just getting rid of the degree. They never told me that when I registered up and assigned. I went to college for that degree. They never once told me that, oh, by the way, we're actually getting rid of this program. So you're the last person to sign up. And we used, I'll make a special video for that. I don't want to rant too long with this.
There have been times in my life where
But let me
I've
know in the
found
comments
myself
below
a
if you
couple
want
of
to hear
times
how I
where
got screwed over in college.
I don't know. I just think of Hatsune Miku and I'm just like, just do it for her. Like, even if I see, like, I remember one time on Discovery Channel there was this commercial and it showed Hatsune Miku on it. And I got excited really fast. I was like, oh my god, Hatsune Miku! I was like about to cry. And I've noticed that, like, anytime, like, another time Hatsune Miku appeared on this show for, like, History Erased, and they did Japan, and it was like the trailer, like the commercial, and it showed Hatsune Miku, and I really flipped out. I was like, holy cow!
See, that
I
is
was
actually
watching.
pretty
I
cool
was
that they can do
so
that. They can
happy to see
project
Hatsune Miku on
a
TV. I was like, oh my
3D
god! I was
image
like freaking out. My mom's like, chill.
onto the stage. That is
But
awesome. I know South
I've
Park
noticed that
made
if I see
fun
Hatsune
of
Miku
it
in like a
in
commercial, I just get emotional
the
like really
season
fast,
where
and I
Randy
start
comes out
crying,
as
and I feel like
Lord,
so sad.
which
It's either
is
because
the
I'm
season
just
I'm
really
on right
forever been
now,
a fan of hers,
and
but I just think about how much she's helped
it's
me
just
to grow.
hilarious. Michael Jackson's
She's helped me grow
AI
so
goes
much, and I
rogue,
know she
and
has a
they
cute
send
character, but
Tupac
that's
after
okay.
him. It's a
And I know this is gonna
hilarious
sound really
episode.
weird, but she's the most
Uh,
important thing in my life, and I kind of find happiness out of fictional things versus humans because I've been let down so many times in the past by humans and people and by friends, and it's just like I'm so done with it. But like with a fictional character, like anime, Sonic the Hedgehog, whatever you want to call it, Vocaloid, I just connect more with the.
no, there was actually as I said in my last video, I do watch Foamy the Squirrel, and a lot of the big complaints people were about the Foamy Squirrel series was about the female character Jermaine. They said she's not a role model. You should not. You should change her to be more kid appropriate. The show is not kid appropriate to begin with, but that you should make her a more positive role model. Well, it was through her everything she's gone through in the series, and thanks to fucking YouTube, a lot of those episodes got pulled, so you don't get to see the Jermaine character develop anymore. But she went through a very dark patch in her life through the series and learned to overcome it herself. And now all that's gone thanks to YouTube. But that that to me is actually a good thing. It's a positive thing. Having the character defects the way she had them and how she overcame them, that was a good thing. And you shouldn't really look up to a fictional character because they're not real. I mean, I learned big Hollywood celebrities, singers don't really look up to them, although I do look up to Jimmy Buffett a lot because, his music is amazing. It's relaxing, it's soothing. The only real time celebrity, or former celebrity, that I actually still look up to is Robert Remus, aka Sergeant Slaughter. He was a drill sergeant for the United States Marine Corps. He voice acted and had a role in the cartoon G.I. Joe, which I grew up and loved watching. He's been to the White House, I think, 4 times. He's met Mother Teresa, and right now he is a park ranger somewhere, and I think that's actually pretty awesome. He's a good role model. He stayed clean, and he did have a troublesome childhood, I think, but I don't look, that far back. I look at what they have accomplished, and they have accomplished so much.
Those things because again, they can't hurt me. And my mom understands the way I am because she knows, like, she's always known, like, when was little, I was just always so attached to my stuffed toys, and she's like, "You're attached to like inanimate objects because they can't hurt you." And I was like, "Yeah, that's right, mom. I wish more people could understand that about me. Like, people think that, oh, like I'm such a weird girl because I like inanimate, like fictional things more than people. It's like, no, like there's
Yeah,
there's
that's how my
literally like
parents are. They don't
honestly, and
understand
like
that video game is
again, I
my
didn't have
escape
the
from
best childhood
reality.
like the first two experiences of my life. Again, I lived in an orphanage, and that messes people up if they come from like a place like that. And again, I have institutional autism, so that's another thing I have to deal with, but I hide it really well. But it's just the way I am. I just really love Hatsune
You
Miku.
should
I
never
love the
hide who
music.
you
I
are.
love the fan
If people
art
can't
and the
accept
fan
you,
music
then
and
they can
fandom.
go
I
fuck
just
themselves because
love watching
you
her.
are who you
But
are. You were
like,
born the way you
it's
were
like that
born.
with the other
Own it.
Vocaloids too, mostly Rin. Because if you think about it, Rin Kagemine, she's actually the real reason why I became a fan of Vocaloid in the first place. So there's something for you to know about. She's also my favorite Vocaloid. Rin and Miku are my favorite Vocaloids. The others are okay. I don't really care about the others that much. I mean, I like Len. He's pretty cool. He dies a lot in a lot of songs, but in my opinion, I think Rin dies the most in songs. I think Rin is like the queen of death. It's always sad when Miku dies in the song, though. I like cry. I'm like, no. Luca's okay. Mako, I don't mind. Kaito, he's an ice cream boy. My favorite Vocaloid ships are also Miku X Len and Miku X Rin, Luca X Gakapo, and Kaito X Mako. Although someone told me one time that Gakapo and Gumi are brother and sister, I'm like, okay. I'm not sure if that's real or not, but I
You
like
get a new
Gumi too.
chair. This thing is
And
no
there's
longer
also like
becoming comfy,
Utahs like Teto, Neru, and Haku,
and
and
it
there's like a
squeaks
ton
badly.
of other Vocaloids. There was just so many Vocaloids, including the English
Oh
Vocaloids if you
wow.
count like Sweet Anne and Big Al. Like I'm not even gonna try to name all the Vocaloids, but and Utahs, but yeah.
Okay, that is a
So I
lot
think
of
that's basically
Vocaloids.
how I became a fan of Hatsune Miku and why I'm so attached to her. And I know it sounds kind of pathetic, but it's just the way I am. And trust me, if you like touch Vocaloid merch in my bedroom, or if you like misplace something that is Vocaloid related, I will give you a death glare. Like I will freaking hurt you if you touch my Vocaloid merch. Like even when I had my Miku plushie, I saw that she had a rip in her arm, and I freaked
Another
out
reason I
so
like
much.
Japan so
Normal people
much
would
is
just be
because
like, "Oh,
it's
it's a rip," but
so
me, I take it
futuristic. It's
very
so
seriously because that's
far
something I love
advanced
a
than we
lot
are in
in
their
life. Like
technology.
heard, I
I
live
mean,
in like Haruto
we have the same
States,
technology.
and
We
again,
just
I
use
know
it
it
for a
sounds
different
pathetic,
purpose.
but
They use
again,
it
it's just the
for
way I am,
animation
and I
and
can't really
for the
stress
development of
how
their
great
culture. We
touching a
use it for
Vocaloid merch is.
industrialization,
I have a lot of
making
Miku
more
figures, which
jobs.
again,
But
I suggest you watch the video on
this is actually
my
pretty cool
Vocaloid
stuff.
collection. It's
Seeing
pretty
a
cool.
3D fictional
But
character
I'm not
appear
ashamed of
on a
being a fan of
stage in
Hatsune
front
Miku.
of
Like
you,
I'm always gonna be a fan of
audio and
her forever
everything, is
because that's
just
it's
mind
just the way I
blowing.
am.
We
I hope
have
you
that
enjoyed. Sorry,
technology,
sorry if this
but we
video is
don't
very
see it
long,
used in
but I just
America.
wanted to get
It's
into a lot of
it's kind of
detail.
sad.
So to put it
That would
into
be
short words,
so
I love Hatsune
awesome.
Miku
And I
because
think
she's
that
like
would
a
actually be a
complete
lot
woman
better
to
at
me.
these
So
like
yes,
Comic
that's
Con
one of
and
the
stuff
reasons
to
that
have
I
your fictional
just love
character there
her
and then
a
have the
lot. I'm
voice
kind of
actor
like
behind
obsessed
it.
with her, but
Like you
kind of
talk
breaking
to
up
it
with
and
my
they answer
healthy
the
obsessed
question. Disney does something like that
compared
with
to like the
Talking with
guy who actually
Crush
married Hatsune
at
Miku. But again, I don't think it's
I
weird
want to
if I actually
say I
accept it
think
because in the
Epcot.
video he said that something
I know it's at
happened in that rip,
Magic
like some
Kingdom.
girl or something
Maybe it's Animal
said something
Kingdom that
mean to
has
him, so
Talking
he
with
got
Crush.
depressed and he figured
I
Hatsune
feel
Miku
like
out,
it's
kind of
most
the same
definitely
way with me.
Epcot.
So
Check it for me.
guys, don't judge me.
But
I don't have many hate. Just
they would have
accept it.
Crush come
Just let
up
me
there. It
know.
wasn't 3D
So
or anything, but still a 3D
I hope you guys
animation on the
enjoyed this
computer
video
screen.
and the story, and let me know in the comments if
But
you are a fan of Hatsune.
basically what it did was you would walk up to it and they had a camera somewhere. I never could find it. And they would see who would raise their hands. They give the little kid a mic and they would ask Crush a question. And the person voicing Crush behind the screen and everything would reply back to the little kid's questions. Kind of like they do on the laugh floor in Disney's Magic Kingdom. I don't know if they have it up in California, but the one in Florida definitely has the laugh floor, and I love it, love it, love it, love it. But this would just make that so much better, especially with the laugh floor to have an actual stage and then a 3D appearance of Mike Wazowski or Sully or Randall or any of the other hilarious characters from Monsters Incorporated just to come on stage like they do with Hatsune Miku. would just be so much more interesting. And think about the marketing. You can make more money off of that. Why not use this technology? If you're all about the money, spend some money to get more money. You gotta spend a little to get a little. But I understand how Hatsune Miku has. Sorry, it's from eating the dry cereal. I understand how Hatsune Miku has impacted your life. Like you said, Sergeant Slaughter was the same way for me. Jimmy Buffett's music is like Vocaloid for you. It helps me through my hard times and bad times. And I got into anime because of my best friend. They were into Pokemon, and then all I watched was Pokemon. That was the only anime I watched. But before that was Sailor Moon. Because again, funny story. I went to Family Video, got a VHS tape of I think it was actually Pokemon 2000. And when I brought it home, somebody actually slipped in Sailor Moon in there, and that's how I got into Sailor Moon. And I actually thought it was Pokemon at first until my friend told me, no, you watched something completely different. And then I started doing more research. The first actual Pokemon movie I got was Pokemon 2000. But, getting a little off topic here. But, I didn't get into anime for a long time. But you've obviously been a fan longer than me. A lot of people have, so I understand anime characters are more in depth than a traditional American cartoon character. Ours are two dimensional, bland anime characters. There's an anime for every generation, every age group, and Vocaloid is one that's for every single age. And it's just it's weird for me because I've grown up watching American cartoons and then I see Vocaloid. It's like, is it an actual TV show? Is it an anime? What exactly is it? What am I seeing clips of? But Vocaloid to me is definitely a unique thing because it's a song, it's a virtual artist that actually has its own video game, which you don't actually see. Another cool one that's just like Hatsune Miku I recommend watching too is a Hanyo on YouTube. Hanyo is just like Miku, a 3D virtualized character or AI that actually teaches you Japanese in a pretty cool, fun way and talks about Japanese culture. So it's actually a cool way to learn Japanese and about Japanese culture. But I'm going to end the video right here. Please subscribe, leave comments, and as always, have a nice day. Live, love, and game on. Peace.